What did you learn from Saturday?
Um, any given week, it's always gonna be a battle. And yeah.
What do you kind of tell the younger guys on the team, who have never played in an environment like that and then lose like that? What do you tell them, kind of keep their heads up?
Things like this happen. It doesn't define us. We got to keep on working. Every day like it's a game. And yeah, this one game doesn't define us. We got a lot more games left, and if we do let it define us, it's going to be a long season. If not, and we don't let that define us, then we will be really good and we'll be in good shape.
You guys kind of held your own coming out of or in the third quarter. What was like the mindset coming out of halftime and talking to Coach Baker?
Just play our game, just play our game, and if we play our game fast and physical, we'll start to turn things around defensively. And I felt coming out of the third quarter we did that.
Joseph, is there a time in the past you've had to bounce back from a loss like this? And if so, like how do you respond? What can you take into this experience?
Like I said, yeah, I have before. But like I said, if you let that game define you, then things will get worse. But if you don't let that game define you and you start to, if you work to change the mistakes that you did from that game, then you will have a chance to be really good. Yeah.
How do you handle social media in weeks like this where you can kind of hop on there and like you just see as much negativity as you want?
Yeah, I don't really look at social media too much. I feel like most of the time you got to go out of your way to find some of that stuff, especially if it's specifically about like yourself. You got to go out of your way to find a lot of that stuff, I feel like. So I usually just don't even pay it any mind, honestly.
What were some of the small details that you like that you guys kind of did throughout the game defensively that you guys can take over to this week versus Abilene Christian?
We never quit. That's one thing that I can say confidently. We never quit. I feel like we played hard and physical to the end. And yeah, that's the main thing, is that we never quit. And if you have something like that, then once you get all the other pieces corrected, that's a good sign.
Coach Baker just got done talking a lot about your professional mindset and your work ethic, and kind of how that's led to a lot of success for you early in the season. What is kind of your thoughts on that and how you've developed them in his defense?
Yeah, I just try to study the game, treat it like it's a job, treat it like it's a business. And yeah, that's kind of how I try to. So some people that I know at higher levels, I ask them questions about how they prepare, and I'll see different things on how different people prepare, and I try to implement that for myself.
You talked about you FaceTiming him every night, and he was really struck by that. Did you take that similar approach in the past at Clemson, or is that something
Yeah.
you picked up here?
Yeah, I've always done that. I like to watch film at night as compared to in the morning. So usually I'll call my coaches and see like what they wanted specifically on that play, because sometimes it might look right for myself, but they might want something differently within that game plan. So I'll call them and ask them a question on stuff like that.
Joseph, you guys had 3 takeaways, or 3 or 4, I guess, in the first game, and then just the one at the end against Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things that were working in week 1 that maybe you struggled with in week 2, and what are some things you guys are trying to do to put yourselves in position to come up with some important takeaways that will help not only this next weekend but going forward?
I think it being a rainy game, they didn't really try to take a whole lot of shots down the field. So I think that played a factor in the some of the turnovers, and why we didn't have some. But I also think that we played a good team. We played a good team. So you can't take anything away from them. You got to give them credit. They won the game, so we played a good team.
Anything else for Joseph? Thank you, sir.
Appreciate y'all.